Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. That yell surprised me and I lost like all the air behind it, just like went out. So I almost didn't make it out of my face hole. Thanks so much to Tools for Gents / Midgards Messser for sending this stuff in. I gotta be honest with you, I have no idea. To my knowledge, they were sending me one new model. They sent me 3 and 2 other boxes that'll make it into a different video. So most of this will be a complete surprise to me. Check out Tools for Gents. I'll link them down below. If you're wondering where do these Midgards Messser knives come from, there's a couple of different places, but usually they come from Tools for Gents. That's the best place to check first. So I'll link them down in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. And please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. None of these are incredibly heavy for a slight change of pace. So I'm going to go, they all feel pretty similar, honestly. So what do we have? Okay, well it is this what is this? Prototype. Midgards prototype release May 24th, full steel D2. So this is a fixed blade. Right? That's what it looks like anyways. What kind of packaging is this? Alright, here we go. What on earth? Oh God. I don't know how to get it out of here without hurting myself. That's what she said. I got it! Alright, it's a big... it's just a big, thick, chunky Tanto fixed blade. This is thick. Hold on. Let's measure the blade stock thickness. Good Lord. And it's cool looking, right? I'll cut with it here in a second to give you guys an idea. Over a 1/4 inch. Oh man. Yeah, way over a 1/4 inch. Let's cut something with it. All right. This is the type of thing where if you are under the impression that knives can also be pry bars, Midgards Messser has actually made something for you that might actually work. Can it slice? Kind of. Yeah, how about this edge? Actually, it got it. Yeah, we actually connected there. We bit into it. So they are actually getting the final cutting bevel sharp enough to slice. But you can see here what's happening with the slice, right? It's a little bit more terry. No idea. What does it say? It says D2. This is made by Fox Knives. So this one's actually made in Italy. Some Midgards Messser fixed blades are made right there in Germany. Some of Midgards Messer's models are made by Fox Knives, and some of them are made by Concept. A lot of the big, crazy folders are actually made by Concept. So there you go. There's a fixed blade. They're made by Fox. What's this one? These all feel about the same. Oh no, this is not the same. Okay, wow. What on earth is this? This is a folding object. This is what I love about Midgards Messser, though. I mean, as somebody who reviews pretty much anything and everything, right? Practical stuff, impractical stuff, expensive, inexpensive. What I appreciate about Midgards Messser is that they are pretty much exclusively on point, or like continuously on the mark for the stuff they like to make, which is usually ridiculous, overbuilt insanity. What is happening here? Is this a... No, it's a lockback. Okay, cool. So, but not... You can kind of manipulate with one hand. I'm not sure if the intention here was to create a knife that's not supposed to be able to be manipulated with one hand, because you absolutely can, right? Here. So you have a super durable lockback. Look at the thickness on that thing. Good Lord. High polish on this very short, stumpy little... I'm going to call that a Warncliffe, a sheep's worn, right? I have no idea. Probably CPM D2. Yeah, CPM D2. Really wish that they would get away from CPM D2. It's not the worst steel. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just at this price point, which I'm certain this is an expensive knife because this is titanium, right? People just want to see different stuff. So I don't know what their obsession is with D2. But yeah, it appears just like other Midgards Messser folding knives. By the way, the names of all of this stuff, it'll all be down in the description. But this one had a note on there. This is the new model, the Erd. The Erd XXL? Did they have a small one? The Urdex XL. This pin, if you're wondering what it is actually a secondary locking pin. So I believe, yeah, once this is locked out, which it doesn't need this, but man, there's so many threads. Is it actually going in? That's what she said. Sorry, I'm saying it before you guys do. This acts as a secondary locking pin. So even if you do disengage, it can't disengage. Oh no, look. There's no threads. I'm stupid. Does it just go in? Yeah, that's all it is. It just sticks in there, which I think is actually better. That's easier to pull in and pull out. God, I'm sorry. I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm sorry. I'm a child. But yeah, that's essentially how that works there. So then in the closed position too, right? It just has the little retracting nub. I spent a lot of time trying to pull that out of there. Okay. The third, which at this point I'm guessing is in fact different, and it is. Oh, I recognize this one. Prototype Midgards and Gutty. I know the name because I reviewed the other folder. Oh, the Popple. Yeah, Eastwood Tiger. Yes, okay. So it's the Eastwood Tiger, but this is a Midgards Messser collab version of the knife. I'm also guessing, wow, that is a chunker. So it's the Popple, but with a much thicker blade. Oh boy, and it is aggro tanto. Between this and the other ones that I reviewed, I much prefer this. I much prefer it. But still though, the first thing I checked was the lock bar setup. I'm glad this is a prototype because then I can say this to Midgards Messser and to the other gentleman behind this design. We gotta fix these lock bars. This is the same issue I had with the other one. When you push it forward, come on now, focus. See that? It's slipping when you push on the spine. Now, obviously, we don't put a lot of pressure on the spine, right? I'm guessing this is Fox. It doesn't say, but I'm guessing that it's Fox. Will it say? This is N690 also. Not my favorite steel on a knife that is surely going to be priced, pretty high. But I love the texturing here. I think that's cool. The titanium looks great. Again, I'm not sure if this is going to be, that sticker under there is just to keep the pocket clip off the frame until somebody decides to use it. I actually like the look of the blade. The blade is ridiculously thick. At least, I got to say, at least 1/4 inch. The whole look of it is actually really cool. What I don't like is the immediately noticeable lock stick. Now, I'm not sure it's not enough to get it to disengage under regular circumstances, which is important to point out, right? Any more impact on the spine than that, and you're just dicking around, right? You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing with it. But I still don't like seeing the slip, and I'll tell you what's causing it. This slant right here, Midgards Messser, underneath the blade, that is way too aggressive. It needs to be much less, much less. Now when that happens, I imagine what they're worried about is lock stick. I would rather have some lock stick than a lock bar that is slipping, right? I don't really like to see that. So I think, with this being a prototype, yeah, this slant right here, and that's just, that I wouldn't be too worried about the black stuff. That's just from the metal. But this area right here cannot be cut at such an extreme angle. It needs to be brought back a little bit so that the lock is not wanting to slip as readily. But these are prototypes, so there's still room, for them to adjust things before a full release. But I would definitely recommend changing that because this knife is cool, and the flipping action is also pretty nice. In fact, what do we got going on here? Yeah, it's bearings. Okay. Yeah, the flipping action feels great. The detent's all right. It's got a nice click to it, right? Cool. Nice, big, fat, chunky Midgards Messser folder. No idea what they're priced at, but if we're going to go with N690 is one thing. It's not generally, much like D2 and CPM D2, which are two different things. Those are not steels that people like to see at these higher price points. But the main thing, in my opinion, that should be fixed immediately is the slant, the angle on the back of that blade tang, I guess is what we're going to call it. But anyways, this is not the full review. I want to talk with Midgards Messser, right? These will all get full videos, except for I don't know that I'll really review this guy. I mean, what's left to say, right? But these two will definitely get full videos at some point, so be watching out for those in the near future. Make sure you check out Tools for Gents, where plenty of other production, like full-on production Midgards Messser stuff is immediately available. I'll link them down below. That's going to be pretty much it today, guys. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.